Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another podcast episode. We about to get into a few different things. Did Messy Lee and Cardi B fall out again? Now, Messy Lee did an interview with T.S. Madison last week, or a few days ago, and he vowed to never speak badly about Nicki Minaj ever again. Let's take a listen.
I love Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki Minaj. Mm-hmm. I'm going to always and forever love Nicki Minaj. Always. I actually was talking to her the other day, and actually we were texting. I was supposed to talk to her to see was she busy this week while I was here.
I asked you to help me piece it up with her. You refused to help.
I didn't refuse to help. I just said, girl, now you know.
The thing about it is, I've said so many times in different interviews that she's iconic, she's legendary.
But you've also said naughty things.
Whoa, because
you've said naughty things.
I'm a troll.
No, Jason, you've said, then don't troll her. You said naughty things, and I done called you. I've actually called you on the phone. Now, why you did that?
Okay, so here's the deal. In my commitment to you, her friend, and to her right now on the show, I will never troll Nicki Minaj again.
Thank you.
No more jokes, no more
Thank you.
Shade, none of that.
Thank you.
Can you tell her, can you try to help us piece it up?
So Messy Lee, said that he will never speak badly about Nicki Minaj. He wants to make peace with Nicki Minaj after years talking about her family, her husband, saying that she'll never get another number one. He said that when Super Freaky Girl came out and went number one. And I believe that he is sick and tired of Cardi B, and he's trying to attempt to switch sides to Nicki Minaj because being Team Cardi B is not beneficial for his career. For example, he has a TV show or talk show on Revolt that nobody cares about. Nobody talks about, his interviews. The Cardi B interview was trash. I didn't even watch full of it. I couldn't even watch more than 10 minutes of it. It was that terrible. He's not a great interviewer. He talks over people when he interviews them. And people or artists, celebrities get a Cardi B cosign, it actually ends up hindering their career. It doesn't help their career. Okay? I mean, look at Glow Stick. She's flopping. Let's be very clear. She's not doing that great musically. She fell off. Normani, she's at a standstill. Okay? Was Team Cardi B. Was in a WAP music video. We still don't have a debut album by Normani. Okay? Fendi the Rapper, she's flopping. Maya the Dawn flopping. I mean, the list goes on and on. Getting a Cardi B cosign is not beneficial for a lot of people, so they got to switch sides and go back to Team Nicki Minaj. And I believe that Jason Lee, Messy Lee, he wants to switch sides and go back to being Team Nicki, because originally, Messy Lee was a barb, okay? But Nicki probably turned him down for an interview. Like I said before, I believe that Cardi B is a puppet. And she was sent here to basically take Nicki Minaj down, which failed, unfortunately. And so, I think that overall, Messy Lee has no use for her because she hasn't really fully benefited his career. I mean, what has Messy Lee done that has been, groundbreaking or a cultural reset? He hasn't done anything. He's no Wendy Williams. Nobody cares about what Messy Lee has to say. He's just a troll, like he said. So I think he's trying to attempt to distance himself from Cardi B because at the end of the day, she's not as poppin' as she used to be. That's basically what is given to me. But Messy Lee can stay over there. I think Nicki should pay him dust because he can't be trusted. Okay? He just wants an interview from Nicki Minaj. If she says no, he's going to go back to trolling her. I don't believe that he is going to stand on his word when it comes to, giving Nicki her flowers and not trolling her anymore. He's not going to do that. Okay? Now, moving on to Demonic Doja. She shades her fans again. She posted on social media, Instagram, saying, seeing all these people unfollow me makes me feel like I have defeated a large beast that's been holding me down for so long, and it feels like I can reconnect with the people who really matter and love me for who I am and not for who I was. I feel free. Okay, that's what she said. And then Doja Cat also said in her Harper Bazaar interview, she said, if someone has never met me in real life, then subconsciously I'm not real to them. They kind of take ownership over that person. They think that person belongs to them in some sense. And when the person changes drastically, there is a shock response that's almost uncontrollable. Okay, that's what she said in her Harper Bazaar interview. I think because Doja Cat feels like she's already on top, that she's already successful, she is taking the kitty litters who are so dumb and can't even notice, she's taking them for granted. I'm tired of celebrities feeling like artists are trying to control them. Meanwhile, they sell their soul and worship the devil. The only people that control Doja Cat is Dr. Puke, RCA the colorist, because she signed a contract that she has to fulfill. Okay, signed her life away. The ugly white men in the racist room chats and on Twitch that she fantasizes about. Okay, they control her. I see a lot of Doja Cat fans just want her to stick to the music. They don't like the internet antics. She doesn't understand that. She thinks that people are trying to change her. No, we just want you to shut up and put out music and stick to your craft because your personality is trash. And you look like a bald-headed scallywag from down the street, looking like a homeless person 95% of the time. Okay? So to me, I feel like she's just being ungrateful, complaining about, oh, the fans are trying to control me and they don't really know me. No, just put out music and stick to that. Your personality is not that great. The trolling is obnoxious. Just stick to the music. I mean, like, I don't understand. If you don't want to interact with your fans and if you don't want to have a connection with your fans, be like Queen Bee. Queen Bee puts out music, she goes on tour, and she keeps quiet. Okay? You don't see Queen Bee doing the internet antics. Okay? Because she don't really mess with the Beehive like that. She only talks to the Beehive when she want money from them. If you want to be like that with your fans, just be like that. Why are you doing the internet antics and being weird on social media, worshiping, your demons and wearing all these obnoxious outfits, being weird on social media, and then you're wondering why your fans are complaining? Because you weren't always doing that. You just recently start doing that because you're obnoxious. Okay? So there's a difference. And I think that her fans, ultimately, if they want to change in Doja, they're going to have to boycott. Moving on from that, is there a Kiki Palmer hate train going on? Now, Kiki Palmer was in Usher's new music video called Boyfriend. She was dancing with him. They did like a dancing scene together. She also took a shot at her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend Darius towards the end of the music video, saying that she missed the show, but she's a mom. To me, the song is trash. Okay, I'm being honest with you. I don't think the song is that great. It kind of feels like Usher in that song is kind of stuck in 2012. Like that song, if that came out in 2012, 2011, it would have been a hit. But that song is kind of like outdated. It sounds outdated to me and forced. It was almost like he was like, how can I capitalize off of this? You know what I'm saying? Because he saw everybody talking about it. So, he and Kiki came out with a plan to try to capitalize off the situation. Now, with that being said, Kiki is getting a lot of flack for this. People are calling her corny. Let me know how you guys feel about it. In my opinion, is it kind of corny? Kind of. I'll be honest with you. I was Team Kiki until this music video, because the song ain't that great. So it is coming off a little bit tacky. It's like, okay, we get the message. Clearly y'all broke up and you ain't feeling the guy no more because he embarrassed you. But in hindsight, this is still Darius' fault, because at the end of the day, if he had just handled it privately, then, people wouldn't be all up in their business, and she probably wouldn't have been in Usher's music video. So it's kind of his fault in a sense, because he could have handled it privately. You did not have to publicly shame her and say, oh, you're a mom, why are you dressing like that? To me, it was just unnecessary, because at the end of the day, even though that's the mother of the child, you did not marry her. You can't try to control her, and you can't say you're a traditional man if you knocked her up without a wedding ring. And you broke. You ain't got no money. I don't understand how broke men try to control women. That's just the oddest thing. I never understood that. How do you think you can call the shots for anything, and you not even financially taking care of the mother of your child and your children? Okay. And not to mention, there was a girl that you dated before, and you begged her for an abortion because you ain't got no money. But Kiki Palmer, you thought you hit the jackpot because he wants to be in the industry. He wants to be an aspiring actor. Okay. But actors are still on strike currently. And he's an aspiring actor, so that means he don't really got no money or job. So with that being said, basically he's still broke. But I understand that it's still Darius' fault, because he could have handled it privately. So they both losing, in my opinion. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. It has been announced that she will be on the remix to Davido's song Unavailable. Okay? And y'all were saying in the comments that Davido, he's a really big artist. I never see him on the Billboard charts, not on the US one. Maybe he's on the global one, but I never see him on the Billboard charts. But y'all say he was a big artist. I wonder how comes he don't be doing Bad Bunny numbers. But with that being said, this could be, a hit song for Scratch Off. But to me, Scratch Off doesn't really add anything to a song. She talks about her coochie a lot, or how, her man pays for this. She basically like a city girl. To me, she don't add anything for me to want to hear her on a remix. But she does give out free collaborations, allegedly. Okay? Allegedly, she does give out free collaborations. So I'm sure he paid next to nothing for this collaboration. And actually, he's doing her a favor, because, if it wasn't for Cardi B, Put It in the Trash wouldn't even be charting on the Payola Hot 100. Okay? Because it wasn't charting before she got Cardi B on the remix. So he's actually doing her a favor. But with that being said, do I really care about this remix? No. Do I think it will do well? Maybe for a week or two, but I really don't know if people care. Okay? So let me know how you guys feel about it. Now, next thing we have to discuss is the fact that fans are speculating that Nicki Minaj could possibly be sampling Tupac. The reason being is because she released a snippet throwing shade at a few different people, as we previously discussed. And Tupac has a song called Picture Me Rollin', and Nicki released this snippet a day ago.
I don't know if I should picture that, picture me giving bitches slack, picture pretending I get all these bitches piggyback, picture using me in the bars and never giving back.
So that's why people are speculating that she could possibly be sampling Tupac, Picture Me Rollin'. Okay? Now, I would be here for it. I definitely would be here for Nicki sampling an icon. I was always hoping that she would sample like Lauryn Hill. I think that would be fire. I also think she should sample 50 Cent. That also would be fire. Also, fans are talking about how allegedly Nicki said that she got another song with Bia. Okay? And I like Bia. Bia was on reality show, Sisterhood of Hip Hop. That's where I knew her from before A Whole Lot of Money, before she connected with J. Cole. I knew her since, she was on that reality show. And I do think that Bia is very talented, but I do not need another Nicki and Bia collaboration. We already got two. Okay, she was on the Super Freaky Girl Queen Mix. Okay, I don't even remember her verse like that. No shade. And then also, they did A Whole Lot of Money remix. So to me, I personally do not need another Nicki and Bia collaboration, because I just feel like they already got two, in my opinion. Like, I want Nicki to collaborate with people outside of her comfort zone. I feel like, it's not just her, but her and Champagne Thickums, they get in this comfort zone where they'll collaborate with people that they're comfortable with instead of stepping outside the box. I want to be like, damn, I didn't see this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm hoping that Nicki just pop up one day. We get like a Chart Obsessed Racist or a Morgan Wallen collaboration. Something crazy that you wouldn't even expect. And I also want more R&B collaborations with Nicki. Not with Chris Breezy the Colorist. No, not with him. But other R&B artists. Okay? I like R&B Nicki. We don't need another Chris Breezy the Colorist collaboration, though. No shade. Chris Breezy, his music sound the same. Not only does he beat women, but his music be sounding the same. Every time he drops, it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, great. Same old, same old. I want new people, new artists. And so that's what I just want from Nicki. I want Nicki and Champagne Thickums to kind of step out of that comfort zone of collaborating with people they're kind of familiar with. I want her to pop up and just go crazy on the beat with Kendrick Lamar, even though I know Champagne Thickums probably stopping that. But that would be crazy. Them going back and forth rapping, him taking shots at Champagne Thickums, her taking shots at the Duds. I would love that. That would be amazing. Okay? But unfortunately, Champagne Thickums is a hater. So, if she do the Kung Fu Kenny collaboration, you already know what's going to happen. He going to work with one of the Duds. Now, moving on to Victoria Monet. Okay? I've talked about Victoria Monet in the past. Huge fan of Victoria Monet. We don't speak about Victoria Monet enough. She's an R&B singer. She's also written for Ariana Grande. I believe One More Beyonce she's written for, and several other artists. And she's super talented. Now, she released her music video On My Mama, okay, which is a fire song. I talked about that single before. I love that single. She also has the same choreographer as Normani, Bankhead. I believe that's his name. He also works with Cardi B. He's a phenomenal choreographer, one of the best in the game. And a lot of people are comparing her and Normani, okay, saying that she's coming for Normani's spot because Normani allegedly is gearing up to release music. She has switched management teams, but everybody is talking about Victoria Monet and Coco Jones and how, they have taken Normani's spot. Here's the thing. Of course, more than one artist can shine, but usually in the industry, it's just one at a time. There could only be one that's number one. Okay, that's why we have the Billboard chart. There's only one that will be the forefront and will be number one. And when we're talking about stats, right now we're talking about R&B stats, is Coco Jones. She's number one when we're talking about R&B stats. SZA, Summer Walker, they're number one too, but SZA's more pop for me, and Summer Walker hasn't released any music, so I can't really talk about her too much. But Coco Jones, ICU, has been making a lot of noise. I believe it's platinum. It did well in the Billboard charts. She got the Justin Timberlake collaboration. So she's number one. We're talking about strictly R&B. Okay. When Normani come back, things could possibly change. But I don't feel like any of these girls sound the same for them to be compared, in my opinion. I don't feel like Victoria Monet's music sounds like Normani's, and I don't feel like Normani music sounds like Coco Jones. Coco Jones' music is more soulful, in my opinion. Okay? He has an old school vibe. Victoria Monet, she has like an R&B hip hop vibe, similar to Normani, but Normani can somewhat fall into that pop category. Okay? Because her voice is not necessarily strong vocally, but she can sing and she can dance, but she can also fall into that pop category like SZA, depending on the type of song that she puts out. Like when she puts out Candy Paint, that could be considered pop. ICU can't be considered pop. That's strictly R&B. So to me, I don't even see why people are comparing them, because at the end of the day, they all kind of sound different. They don't sound the same. It's not like these female rappers who talk about, you know, their coochie in every record and I only like a man with 8 figures. Like the R&B girls talk about different topics. They all don't sound the same. Even Halle Bailey, she don't sound like Chloe. They have 2 different types of sound of music. So I don't understand the comparison. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next podcast episode and have a great day.